Guys, Kami ENH here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a video by It's Janke called Kai Cenat and his friends are getting exposed. Kai Cenat is a pretty big streamer that's been getting super popular. Well, he's really been popular for the past 4 to 5 years, and he's been really streaming on Twitch and stuff like that, and he's been making millions and millions of like dollars off of just Twitch and the amount of subs he's had on Twitch. And apparently him and his friends are getting exposed for some apparent reason. So today we're going to take a look at this video and find out what he's getting exposed for.
So over the past few days, popular streamers Kai Cenat and XQC have been going back and forth on stream, as XQC would make some pretty insane accusations against some of Kai's friends. These friends being Reggie and Rakai, who just a few days prior, Kai Cenat basically co-signed by buying them a house, appearing on their streams, and also heavily promoting them. Now, XQC would actually recognize some discrepancies with the uprise of these new streamers. More specifically, how they went from only averaging 1,000 viewers all the way up to over 60,000.
60,000 people watching your streams? That is so many people, man. That is crazy.
Within a matter of 1 day of streaming.
In 1 day of streaming. 1 day of streaming. That is like so crazy. How can you get that many people in 1 day? That don't make no sense, man. There's got to be some type of like bots or something.
Streaming. First off, talking about Reggie, who looks a lot more suspicious.
Yesterday, I didn't even know about this guy. I think it's the GOAT. This guy might be the GOAT.
Man, XQC can't talk. Does he have like a if he has like a condition, then I mean like that's that. But if he doesn't, he's got to work on that. Like he's breaking up, and then it seems like he's pocket watching. I don't know about that, but maybe it's trying to find out why they're getting so many views in the short amount of time they are. These guys can, like, if you get on stream with Kai Cenat and you go start your own channel, you basically set yourself up for life, honestly, because you have connection with him. And if you go back and forth, being on his videos, him being on yours, you get more money, you get views and stuff like that. You get popular. So I mean, that's pretty cool.
Like it. This is doing it better. 1K next day, 800 next day, 8K next day, 60K. That's the GOAT. Then they have 20, 30, 20.
And then after this, also talking about Rakai.
How Andy, the GOAT. Some of these numbers, brother, like we're talking like 20% chat activity. 20%. That's like diabolical, brother. That is fucking undefendable. Well, 20%?
Now, chatters on Twitch are actually defined in a different way that most people think. To be a chatter, you don't have to actually be talking in the Twitch chat. All you have to do is have a verified account on the platform. Therefore, if what XQC is saying is right, and all these streamers have 20% chat engagements, that would mean that only 20% of the people watching Rakai and Reggie's streams are actual verified accounts, which means the rest of them could be bots. On top of that, with over...
So you can get like bots on your accounts to do chats and stuff like that. So whenever the chat is moving by that fast, it's not always real people. Now, see, that's something new I learned. Like, that's pretty cool. I learned that they do have bots and stuff like that, and that they're not always getting all these views from real people. That's pretty cool, and also something I really didn't know. So I'm glad I'm watching this.
Over 100,000 live viewers, Rakai only had 4,000 subs, which if anything just makes the view botting accusations even more suspicious and more likely to be true.
I used to not talk about subs at all, and I peaked at like 100K subs, whatever, and I was averaging like 60K viewers. Some of these guys, they make their entire stream about sub count at 50K viewers, and they have like 5K subs. Like, what, bro? Like, please, brother. Like, please make it make sense a little bit at least.
If anything, this here is the most convincing evidence of these streamers viewbotting, as we have other people like Queso and Jinxie who literally have 70K plus subscribers, yet they're averaging way less viewers than Rakai and Reggie. Getting 100,000 viewers on your stream and only having 4K subs is diabolical. Like, that should never happen.
So yeah, they're having that many people. I mean, out of 100,000, only 4,000 is the ones that are subscribing. I don't think that that's true. Those are definitely bots just to get people to look at it. They see, oh, this is getting a bunch of views. Maybe I should watch it too. So they're following the bots, but the bots are not actually subscribing to make it look more realistic. Maybe that's how it's working.
happen ever. Like Kai Cenat's averaging the same viewers and he has 100,000 subscribers. However, he would still defend Rakai and Reggie, saying that they would never viewbot and criticizing XQC talking negatively about them.
I'm gonna be honest. This is no bias. This is no nothing off aggression. This is no nothing off negativity. It looked like you dick eating, gang. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny or mean. I'm gonna go ahead and say it looked like you dick eating just a little bit. And I'm kind of tired of like going the whole road because I feel like the more I hold shit back, it's not the first time. This is how it looked, Felix. This is me talking to Felix. This is me not really being on some shit. It looked like you dick eating because it's like it's a.
I think he's getting mad because it's actually true. Because nobody would be getting this mad if they were actually doing the right thing. All he's trying to say is that how are you getting all these people to get so many views in a singular day, and you're getting this pressed about it to where you're aggravated, wasting your energy, and just talking crazy. There's no point in doing all this if you were in the right, which is starting to make me think he's in the wrong.
Pattern. It's like everything, something is going good on this side, like you saying got to say. And then when you say it and I say something, it's you was joking. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm kind of confused. It's like when a nigga say some shit, it's I'm joking. You feel me? Now it's not even directly me. He didn't say my name, but he talking about my mans and shit that these my niggas.
Now, even though Kai was defending his friends here, he didn't really say anything to disprove what XQC was saying, which if anything just made more people think that Rakai and Reggie were viewbotting, especially considering that the things XQC were saying made a lot of sense. However, despite Kai Cenat calling him out, XQC would still double down on everything he was saying and once again address everything on stream.
You haven't seen the build up to where they at right now.
What is the story behind the 4 days in a row under 40% chat rates? Doesn't it? Forget about what I said. Forget about anything that I know or don't know. Explain what type of story or what endeavor gets you to sub 40, sub 30% validation rate in chat. Explain. I don't know. 4 days.
Okay, wait a second. I just didn't understand a single word that came out of that man's mouth. It's like he's lagging. Like he's at like 300 ping right now. This guy is lagging every single time he speaks. I did not understand a single word he's saying. But I think maybe he's trying to say, how are you having such high numbers of views, but your subscribers are still low? I can see that. Maybe that's what he's trying to say.
5 days in a row? Why even attack me? Attack my story.
This actually does make quite a lot of sense, as directly after they began averaging these crazy numbers, their chat validation just went so far down. Like whenever they each averaged a few thousand viewers, maybe even only 1,000, they had really good chat validation. However, nowadays, with it dropping to under 40%, sometimes even 20%, it just makes it less and less believable that they're not viewbotting. In the previous video that I made about Rakai, I touched on the viewbotting situation just a little bit as it was just starting, and I actually believe that Rakai didn't viewbot. However, now with XQC saying all of these things, and me doing my own bit of research, I can see where a lot of these people are coming from, as there is quite a lot of evidence against them. So after being harassed by so many people in chat, XQC once again decided to explain his evidence and also defend himself.
Now, see, this is one thing I hate when people are having internet beef. It's like if one side is saying something that the other side doesn't like, that person, the person on the other side, his people and his stands and his comments are gonna go. His commenters and viewers are gonna go over to the other person that's saying something that they didn't like and start bashing him for no apparent reason, just because he said something that he didn't like, which is honestly kind of distasteful. Like they should they're having an A and B conversation. You don't have to come in and put your input on everything. Like I feel like the viewers should separate themselves from what they're watching. They're not the person, so it's not their battle to fight.
Yo, I get bored. I'm in the lab, okay, and I run the fucking I run the stats, okay. It's just I don't know what it be like mad at like pointing out something that's, but when you have a 20% chat rate, 30% chat rate, bro, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter what you're saying. It's that shit is off the rails. Like I'm confused. Like what? It's not just guys. These you could be getting views because guys, TikTok went hardcore. Went by whatever. Okay, yeah, cool. But why is the chatter rate so bad though?
This is true because even though a lot of
Now, see, that's a good point. He's not even trying to make them sound like bad people. He's saying that if you did have this many amount of viewers compared to subs, there should be a reason why. There should be you guys did something this or that to get those views, but it seems like y'all they didn't do anything and they're getting the crazy amount of views, but nowhere near the same amount of subscribers.
The viewers do come from TikTok. Most of them do have verified accounts, so using that as an excuse really doesn't make much sense. But then XQC would then describe what it means to be a chatter, kind of verifying what I was describing earlier.
Everybody is technically a chatter. If you have an account, you're on PC or mobile, you're a chatter. It's how it works. It's complicated to explain, but when you do chatter stats, a chatter is somebody that has an account that's an active viewer. Most people are chatters. You know, you're not chatting in the chat. I sound like I'm a hater. I look like I'm obsessed, Andy.
See, honestly, he doesn't even sound like a hater. He just sounds like somebody who's observing something, seeing that it's happening, and doesn't like that maybe the other person's being fake about it and not being real. That's all this guy is doing. He's just seeing that something is not right and he might want to call it out and see the evidence that he has so everyone can see and that he can have his opinion on it and they can have their opinion on it. I don't think he's really even trying to sound like a hater. I think everybody's just going at him because, Kai Cenat has more followers, more views, more people that stand by him than XQC.
I'm weird, and nobody wants to be my friend anymore.
So this does once again prove that if Kai and Reggie did have 20% active chatters in their streams, they were most likely botting at least 60 to 70,000 viewers, which is just absolutely insane to think about. You also have to
Also, do you get like paid for viewers as well as subscribers, or is it just subscribers? Because I don't really know how the streaming process works on Twitch and stuff like that with the money. I don't know how the monetary gain works over there.
consider that they literally have to pay for bots. At least we assume they have to pay for bots. And that would probably cost a lot of money to get that many bots on your stream. But still, I want to say again that
Wait a minute. So to get bots, you have to pay money. When that's you're wasting money because technically Kai Cenat could easily have Rakai at the same amount of viewers if they would just collaborate more. And I'm pretty sure Rakai has his own personality. I don't really watch him or anything like that. Nor do I really watch Kai Cenat like that. I just know what he does and stuff like that. But I think if you have one popular like streamer or something like that and they start collabing with somebody else and they like their personalities, then they'll go support them. But this is starting to make it look like all they're doing it for is for the money, and that's it.
nothing is confirmed here. This is all just speculation. However, it's speculation with a lot of proof. And it's crazy that XQC would just continue to double down on what he was saying. No matter if people agree with him or not, he really doesn't care. So here's one more clip from Stable Ronaldo's stream where he literally says that he doesn't care and he's just going to say what he thinks about the situation.
Wait, I saw you talking about something. What, fuck, what did I
View
say?
butters?
Yeah, what was up with that?
They're all view butters. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck saying anybody these days. I'm not. I think that I play this racket where like I need those like collabs. I don't give a fuck. They're all view butters. I don't care to say it.
All right, are we ready?
Like from a 1K Andy to 20K Andy overnight. Like bro, I mean I've been here before. Like I'm not stupid. Like this shit's fucking bought up the wazoo. And I would be open to the conversation. But like it's their agency doing it. It's like these new guys. Like they come from Hollywood. They don't know. So like.
I see he's saying that in the right way. He's saying he doesn't care. He's standing on what he's standing on, and he's seen things like that before. Like he's saying it could be their agents or something like that, but they could at least stop saying it's not true. Like they don't have to say anything at all. But the fact that Kai Cenat came out and said, "Oh no, this and that," where there's a bunch of proof against that, is kind of crazy.
What do you think about me though? Like I've been doing this for 5 years. You think I just, when I was just like, oh, I'm over it now, I'm just ready.
You've been doing this for a year, buddy. Let's be honest.
But anyways, guys, that's basically all we have for this specific situation so far. I thought
So my thoughts on this situation is really that, whenever there's a beef between streamers or YouTubers or something like that, it's just almost pointless to do anything about it, especially when the other person has a way bigger following. They're just gonna bash the person that has something against the person with a bigger following for no reason, even if the person that may have a lesser following is saying stuff that makes sense. Like XQC is saying that he looks like he has botters on their or bots on their chat and stuff like that. So if this is what he's seeing and he's saying he's seen it personally, has proof against it and stuff like that, they shouldn't be having this much of an issue with it. But I mean, that's my opinion on it. What's yours? Make sure you guys like and subscribe, because I mean, the best way to show that you're supporting my videos is by liking and subscribing. You've gotten this far, why not hit the like and subscribe button? Hit the notification bell and watch and share my other videos, because that's how I can get to making more good videos for you guys out there. So that's my opinion on this. What's yours?